All right, things look good. Okay, it looks, yep, looks good on my end. Hey there, chat. Hopefully you can see me. I'll just pretend that you can, and I'm going to do my spiel. So, hey, everybody, I'm Joshua. Today is July 14th, 2017, and this is a little series I call Lunch Break Roguelike, where I work on a project over my lunch hour. You can find the source behind my head here at github.com/Joshua Skelly/lunch-break-rl. This started off as a small roguelike project, and it's still small, but now it's become a Twitch-based roguelike game, which is weird. It has some interesting design, I guess, considerations. But yeah, I'm working on it. You can look at the code. You can follow along at home if you want. I tag every single episode, so if you do a git checkout EP20, your code will be where I'm at right now. But it's not strictly a tutorial. You just get to watch me work, and also you can play while I attempt to debug. It's always interesting while people make my life difficult, but it's fun. They help me test. So let's get going. Let's bring up a command prompt. Let me position it so you can see it. And let's take a look at this. Let's take a look where we left the state of things. Hey, Chad. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. Cool. So we see this is the game. On the left here is a list of all the items and creatures and other entities in the dungeon. On the right is a listing of all the players. Players can join by typing !join. And here is the main game screen in the center. You can't see anything right now because there are no players. And a few streams ago, I implemented FOV. So it will be all black until people join in. And also at the bottom is a console. So when things happen, the console will print out what happens. So you can type in join. And then I will pop in here so you can see me. There are a few items kind of around me, and there's a kobold. And from my end, I can actually use my mouse to draw in the dungeon. Eventually, I would like to have procedural generation, and I think that might be my next week task. I think I want to take maybe part of the weekend to read up on some techniques so I can have some cool procedural generation. Because I think ultimately the goal of the project is to have something that I can just let run. And people can beat different dungeons together on Twitch without me having to intervene, which would be cool. And you could also move around. Right now, all the interactions are done through bumping. So you can type in move, and then you can just type in a series of directions. So I want to go, say, right, up. So I'll type RRU. And then the little blue counter indicates when a turn happens. So I guess I mistook how far I needed to move. Let's go right one more. So now I bump the sword, and if you look next to my health bar, I have a little yellow S for the sword that I'm wielding. And I can go bump into other things to attack. So move, let's say left down. Oh, sorry, I missed that kobold. Let me try again. Move, down, right. There we go. I think I got hold of him. Yeah, he got a piece of me too. Wow. I think he's wielding an axe, which is the strongest. Oh, he killed me. Yeah, that kobold had an axe, which is the strongest weapon in the game. Yikes. So also you'll notice that the enemies can do exactly the same things as the players. So that's an interesting consideration. Cool. So let me quit here, and let's start. Let's get some work going. Actually, let's just do a git log and see where I left off. Yeah. So last stream I added the whole the dagger counterattack, which is pretty cool. So if you're holding a dagger and somebody attacks you, you will attack them back, which is nice. And then this change was to fix the world-ending dagger duel, where if two dagger wielders got into a fight, it would exceed the maximum recursion depth of Python and hang the game. So now, no more infinite attacking. Cool. I think I want to work on animations today. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Jonathan. Thanks for popping by, man. Okay, where am I? Also, this is a weird bug too. I noticed. I need to get rid of that because that makes nickname a tuple, which I'm surprised it was working as that, but it was working, so that's cool. What else? Yeah, animation. So I'm thinking right now the animation is just going to be an entity that just controls another entity, and probably the basic pattern would be is that you would just make it a child of an existing entity, and it would just like control how it looks. I think that's probably the most straightforward way to go. So you add an animation to an entity, it will play for a certain length of time, and then it will go away. So I think I need to update our entity framework just a little bit. So I want entities to be able to have children, I guess. We're getting into this little chestnut. Hey Felix. Hey RoboJester. So self.children is equal to just an empty list. And yeah, I think we draw ourselves, and then let's just for child and self children child dot draw console. Okay, that should be fine. And then update similarly. For child in self.children child.update time. Do we want? I think they all kind of need to have this method, yeah, or this pattern. And if you just need to call the supers method to make sure that it happens the way you think it will. So at least update and handle events, I think. It seems reasonable. Hey Frankie, how the heck are you? Yeah, we have enough viewers in chat here. Let me actually just run the thing again, and we can actually play a little bit so people can see what I'm working on. So, all right, here we go. So it's a little roguelike thing. Items and creatures on the left, players on the right. I can draw a dungeon. Procedural generation is not in right now, but it will be eventually. I work on this an hour a day, or an hour every weekday over my lunch hour. Yeah, and so Cuttigan has joined the game. Yeah. I'm trying to make a Twitch-based multiplayer roguelike. Right now, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of exploring the space, and it's interesting. Lots of lessons to be learned for sure. Like there's just lots of design things, that may or may not hold up with traditional roguelike design. But I do have FOV working. You can bump into items to pick them up. Felix, the syntax for movement has changed. RoboJester has the correct syntax. You type in !move, and then just space, and then a series of commands. So like move, like Chad, like move, RR to move right would be correct. We just found it way easier to issue commands this way. And I can join too. There we go. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get you, Felix. Okay, so Felix is now wielding a dagger, which will counterattack automatically, which can be good for people with high latency. I'm gonna try to. Chad's trying to kill me, so I think I'm gonna try to escape. Right now, again, there's no procedural generation, so there's a dungeon master class that just drops in items for us. So now I grab the sword. Maybe I'll go after some of those. Oh no! Um, there is now a kobold above me, so I'm gonna go after it, I guess. And they have the enemies right now have super basic AIs. They just kind of wander and pause every now and then. And it's kind of weird because you can batch up actions to try to. Nice. If you die, you can just join back in. Right now, there are no real consequences for death. Um, Players drop their health item when they die. Sometimes kobolds start with items. Kobolds can certainly pick up items and use potions. Yeah, no, definitely, Frankie. Right now, I think I think it's cool. Like I'm trying to make the weapons actually do different things rather than just more or less damage. That's why I added the dagger to do the counterattack. And I think it'd be interesting if enemies were the same, where they weren't just bags of hit points, but they had different behaviors, different things that made them interesting. And maybe an invulnerable enemy could be something that would be interesting like that. But yeah, so I think this has been a good enough demo. I'm actually going to get back to working, but please stick around, folks. And whenever I like launch the game to debug or whatever, you just feel free to jump in. It's always interesting when that stuff happens. Cool. So let's add new file. We're going to call it animation.py. From entities, import entity, class animation. Animation is of type entity.entity. Yeah, no, I agree. Like trying to emphasize the multiplayer nature part of it is also important. Like it's way easier to pin in enemies with two players because sometimes the kobolds they just move a lot. Oh yeah. Like specific weapons for specific enemies is also a good idea. Felix says the yellow and orange are hard to distinguish. Okay. I might, because right now players are orange and items are yellow, but I can tweak that. Oh, a multi-tile enemy. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'm not quite sure how to handle that, but maybe. I'm all for suggestions. I'm just kind of right now just kind of going with the flow and seeing what this thing turns into. So let me just copy over the constructor from in. Well, so the weird thing is, its animations actually don't have a representation. So they'll get their own special little constructor, I guess. Um, update in time. Self.parent equals none. Because these are going to work by manipulating their parents is how I envision this. If self.parent parent pass or do something. And then I also need a, what else do I need? Draw. I'm just stubbing out the member method, or the methods for this class right now. Console. Okay. Yeah, that is I have a very similar sentiment. Like on Delver, I really love working on the 2D and 3D art, but it's also nice to have a project where there are really no art requirements. That it's kind of a cool exercise. So right now, let's just do print. I'm updating. Cool. And then let's try something like let's just hard code it for now, so we can go to scene, and then all this hard coded stuff we have. I guess we can just attach it to this kobold. From entities, import animation, and then down here, any equals animation dot animation. And then any.parent equals npc, npc.children.append Annie, and that should be enough because that should get it into the scene graph and get it actually updating. So let's give it a spin. I should see stuff dumping out on my console, hopefully. Or not. Let me. That makes me think that creature is not calling the super of update. Yeah. Let me just call super update time. I guess want the parent to handle all their junk first. So I need update and handle events. Super dot update or handle events event. I think this should work. I can't remember if it complains if it's not the first line in the method. I don't think it cares. So that's for handle events, and that's for update. Felix is asking, what do I want the animation for? Cool. So that was the trick. So it would be nice, like, to have indicators. So like when one entity attacks another, to maybe have like a little flashing background on the character being attacked, so you know that that's happening. I really want to implement the glove item that allows you to throw things around the dungeon. I think that would be really cool, and it could be an interesting co-op mechanic where you can throw other players to help them move faster, or throw them items depending upon. Hey, 16 bits. Oh yeah. I will share whatever resources I come across. For the procedural generation, yeah. So row gesture saying appears that deleting a specific number of kobolds. Yeah, so my thoughts are just having a more traditional structure where I build a dungeon. I have a stairs where all the players start. They work their way through the dungeon, and I'm not sure if I should go to the next one as soon as the first player hits the stairs down, or how that would work. Cool. So let's go to I think it was animation. Yeah. Cool. So I guess let's just try class flash background, because that is my specific use case. Okay. Self and I guess PG equals, for the lack of a better color, 255, 255, 255. Make it white. Yeah, I could split. I could split the screen. Then it just makes me worry. Like if we have people like AFK, like, or could you not? I don't know. Like it's a weird design. Yeah. So people on the right couldn't go until everybody got out of the left. I worry about people being AFK though, and like entirely like holding up the group. Yeah. And there's going to be some sort of timing element to this too, but right now I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, that way we get this, that, def update, self and time, because that's the one I really worry about. So I need to also guess time. Self.timer equals time.time. Oh, wait. Do I import time? I'm not importing time. I need to be careful about this. Time. Okay, update. Delta time. I think that's a method. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of roguelike design does have some sort of method forcing players forward. A lot of them do hunger clocks, or like Infra Arcana, one of my favorite ones, has a sanity meter, and you slowly go insane if you stick around on a level too long. So going down helps. Spelunky has the ghost, which is again a very similar, solving a similar issue. I guess my simple thought is just that as soon as the first player hits the stairs down, the entire party gets teleported down. Um, we'll see. That's a future Joshua problem. Okay, cool. So update time. What do I want? I want to self.time plus equals delta time. If it's greater than some threshold, if self.time greater than 0.25, self.bg equals bg. So every quarter of a second, I want to do something. I want to maybe self.current bg equals bg. Okay. What's a good way to do this? I've not heard of that game. Let me make a note of that. Nightmare of Druaga. Yeah, let me just throw that in a Sublime text buffer. Cool. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for good inspiration. So this should, and then I need to reset my timer. Just do that first thing. Yeah, since it's a count up timer, I can just let me set that to 0. And now I don't need to import time because I'm not really using it anywhere. And then I can make this time. Okay, and then I need to also, I want to just have it overload the draw. So draw self and console. And I'm just going to draw directly on top of the parent. So I think the parent draws itself first. Yeah, so I can just draw directly on top of it. So that way we can stack multiple animations and they'll like stomp all over each other, but that should be okay. So pause equals self.parent position. And char equals self parent char fg equals self parent fg. And then I could do console.draw underscore cur. Is that correct, Joshua? Maybe entity should have it. Yeah, draw care position, character, foreground, background. That's let me just split that out so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, it's a PS2 roguelike. Interesting. I console not like terminal, but like console like PlayStation roguelikes are pretty rare actually. And I still have I still have my PlayStation 2 back in that closet behind me, so I could dust it off for a game. That's definitely a possibility. So let's unpack position, the character, the foreground, and then self.current background is what we want to draw. All right, let's see if that actually works. Flash background. Let's go to scene and let's just add that flash background to one of the kobolds and see if that actually does what we think it's going to do. Yeah, so animation.flash background, and that takes a background color. So that equals, let's say, palette.bright, or how about bright? I always default to red. I don't know why either. Let's see what that does. Nice. Thanks. Yeah, and I for your viewing pleasure. So yeah, so going back a few steps. So I'm an affiliate now, which means you can subscribe to me. I'm still trying to figure out what subscribing to me means. Right now, I'm planning on doing an 8-hour stream at the end of every month on Friday, the last Friday of every month for subscribers, and they can tell me what to work on, and I'll work on it. Also, I built a subscriber chatbot, so you could type in commands, and it should get back to me. Yeah, so right now I've added the bug in the crash command. So I could type in crash, and yeah, there we go. But subscribers can actually add commands just willy-nilly. So you could type in like command add RNG and bless RNG. And now you type in RNG. And then subscribers will be able to add chat commands. But for fun, I added the bug in the crash command. So feel free to use that. So console object has no attribute draw cur, because as Felix is pointing out, there's an A in that. Let me intask that. Cool. Oh, animation, draw. What's this complaining about? Undefined variable BG. How about put a self here? Yay, the linter actually was helpful. That's good. There we go. Yeah, it's working. The animation doesn't really honor any of the visibility options, but yeah, it's working okay, and it does feel like it's doing roughly a quarter of a second. Um, um, yeah, so I guess I want to add a duration to this, and then after the duration, it will remove itself from its parent. And I think that should be okay. So let's do that. Um, uh, so flash sub time is 0. Actually, let's just do this. Let's just do self.times flashed equals 0, and self.max times 2 flash equals 2. And then here I can just say frequency. The frequency, I always get these goofed, Felix. So if I'm messing it up, so frequency equals, or this is the time. This is the seconds per flash, which is it's the frequency. So frequency is equal to 0.25, and repeat times flat repeat equals 2. So then repeat and self.frequency. Hey Tyreek, thanks for stopping by, man. No, I want the inverse of frequency. Rate? Rate. And then yeah, whatever. There we go. That seems all right. If self.times flash greater than self.times 2 flash, self.parent.children.remove self. So that should, by default, I guess it will flash twice at. I think this is not going to do what I think it's going to do. I think times to flash actually should, or yeah, times to flash should be repeat times 2. Let's see. So it's not removing itself. That's interesting. Any errors in the console? No. Okay. Did I not save it? If times, because I'm not incrementing times flashed. Of course, self.times flashed plus equals 1. Interval. Thanks, Felix. I will call it interval. Interval. Let's try that. So it should flash twice then go away. I might have that backwards. Let's try flipping around this logic. Or wait, if current B equals repeat times 2 plus 1. I don't think I need to do the plus 1. I think that's fine. Cool. So now that we have this, what I want to do is start putting I want to put these on players when they get hurt. No worries, Felix. I know what you meant. It's also probably confusing because it's so close in German to the English. Okay, so let's go to our scene and let's remove the flashing kobold because we don't need that. Let me just cut this. Then we can clean that up. And now we don't need to do that. But I think, where does the attack actually occur? Is that in creature? It's an attack action. Okay. Action. Attack action. On perform. Yeah, so his target take. Oh, yeah, so maybe the creature should just flash itself, right? Because creatures have a concept of being hurt. So we can go to creature.hurt. You take damage, and so if your current health is greater than 0, because we don't want you to. We could just do it here, but you'll still flash when you. I guess you could do it while you could flash until you die. That's fine. So let's paste that there. So before I forget it, and then we need to import animation. And I guess palette. We don't have palette in here. Okay. Import palette. Cool. And then any equals animation.background. Any.parent equals self. Self dot children dot append any. Okay, so that should make you flash when you take damage. So I think this is a good time to test this out. What are you complaining about? Yeah, okay, that doesn't matter. Cool. So if you folks want to join in and punch each other, that will be fine. The animation shouldn't actually last that long. It should last less than a turn. So hopefully, we'll see. Oh, that worked well. So looks like Tyreek got punched by a kobold. See if I can go get Tyreek. Oh, he's wily. Oh no! Sorry, Tyreek. You were slain. Yeah, so it looks like that's working okay. Hopefully this is somewhat clear as to what it means. Yeah, that seems to work okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to think like, I guess there are other things that can be done, but yeah, this is good. I guess. Well, I don't know. Would a death animation be helpful or not? Let me throw in some things to navigate around as well to make it interesting, and also so you don't have perfect vision. I guess the animations should also probably respect your visibility. Yeah, let's yeah, let's try that. Oh, Frankie's gonna get Felix. I'm still alive somehow. Um, or the kobold's killing me. Cool. Let's I guess let's just real quick. Let's just make sure that it honors visibility. So animation, um, draw, real quick. So something like if self.parent visible return, and then I just want to invert that if not visible, and then I think all entities have a visibility property that calculates if they're visible or not. Yep. So if any player can see it, then it's visible. So yeah, what's it complaining about here? String any colon. So now we shouldn't have flashing kobolds outside of our view if they're fighting amongst themselves. Yeah. No, I get it, Tyreek. Let's commit our changes and work on that. Okay. No, I agree. So I think so. What happens is in our action. Um, so we have a move action, and then so if you can move, so if you hit a wall, you fail the prereq, it gets failed. Yeah, I need a way to cancel out the action chain a little bit easier. Because right now, what we do is if you don't meet the prereq, we pop until we hit your parent, if you have a parent. So it would be nice just to have a way to call fail. Yeah, no. So I think what we need to do is let's just add a fail. Yeah, let me refactor actions a little bit because like I'm using owner all over the place, and I think actions should just know who owns them. So let's go up here to action self and comma owner. Self.owner equals owner. Then now I don't need to pass in owner all over the place because I don't foresee actions actually moving between owners. That doesn't really seem to be like a good. I just don't see that happening. So perform held action. I need to add a owner and target, and then pass an owner to there. I don't need the owner property here, but I need the self pointer there. And same here, owner, target, and pass that into the super constructor. Don't need that anymore. Yeah, because this was manually setting the owner, which don't need to do that anymore. Self.owner, self.owner, seems okay. Move action, owner and dest, and then owner. It's going to probably take me a little bit to get all this stuff straightened out, but we'll get there. Self, self, there we go. Idle action, just clean that up. Why is it complaining about that? No dest and constructor call. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, self dot owner is what it wants. Pretty sure, because move action should take 2 params now, owner and dest. So let's just supply that. Okay, so look, the linting doesn't happen until I save, so that's good to know. Self.owner.brain.add action. Self.owner. Add idle action. Self.owner. Init, again, add owner to there. Pass that to the constructor. Cool, take care, Tyreek. Yeah, Tyreek works on a platformer roguelike called Catacomb Kids, which is definitely worth checking out. It's really cool. Have a good one, Tyreek. I appreciate you stopping by, man. There we go. I guess I have more items than I realized, or more actions than I realized. Okay. Missed that. I have a feeling I've missed some owners somewhere. Time to start. Okay, so yeah, there's this. Can I do a? Let's do a regex search for any owner starting with a white space, and it should all be in constructors. Yeah, that seems all right. I think player deals with some actions. Maybe let's take a look at player. Yeah. So action, move action. Yeah. So this needs to be self. This is the player. Yep. Self. That's fine. I think batch move action, all it needs, yeah, is just a player. Because I mean, the batch move action is just there's no implementation to the class. It's just, I guess, there for completeness' sake. It acts as something just to, it's like an empty parent, if you want to think of it that way. Let's go back to player. Move action, self. Let me just copy that, because I'm pasting it everywhere. There we go. Where else? I think item might create actions. Yeah. So let's look at this. Item, equip action self. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because now it doesn't know who's actually picking it up. Yeah. Yeah. So items don't know who's getting them. Should I just return this back as just a class? Is that what makes sense here? So counter equals attack action, attacking the attacker, and this is the owner. That can be fixed that way. Do items need a parent? So parent actions they define a series of related actions. So I don't think items need parents. I think what we need to do is, let's see where this is actually being used. Can I find usages? Find all references? It should be somewhere in, is it entity, move? Somewhere we call this get action. Is it in creature move? Let's try that. Get action. Oh, creature even has an get action. Yeah, let's entity. I'm trying to figure out who handles all this get action calls. Let's just look for get action then. Creature. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so let's just, I think this is the only place it's actually used. Okay, it's also used here. Okay, so yeah, do something like this. So held item get action, and then action to perform here, self. And then all these get action calls, def get action. This just needs to return the class. This is get perform action, which is slightly different. I'll have to deal with that in a second here. Bug get action self. Why is that a bug? Okay, and then get perform action. Really? Something has to use this. Oh, get perform action, yeah. Really, nothing. That doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem right. Oh yeah. I think you're right, Felix. Let me just double check that. Def get action. Yeah, I need to change the. Wait, did I change the signature? I think I already changed the signature on this. Yeah. Cool. All right, well, get your crash command ready, because here we go. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, I'll do it myself. Require what positional argument owner. In idle action. Kobold.py. Idle action self. Okay. Okay, that's slightly better. Oh no, not again. Prereq takes one position, but two are given. Prereq. Self owner. Did I goof that up? Current action dot prereq. Py. What, did I goof all these up too? No. Where is it calling it with multiple, where two are given? Two are given an AI perform action, current action, prereq. Yeah, that's an old thing, because I pulled all those self.owner calls out. So that should be in AI brain.py. Brain.py. And then I don't need that one, and I don't need that one. On fail, I don't think I've changed the signature of that one. Let's give it a shot. I feel like I'm going to be seeing a lot of crashes here in the console or in the Twitch chat. Yep, there we go. There we go. Darn it. Action to perform. 34. Oh yeah. Because this might be. Yeah, if this is an attack action, then yeah, that's the tricky part. Yeah, because the creature would supply. Creature supplies. Where is this? Get action. Yep, right here. Return action. And this gets invoked up here with self. So I could lambda x. Actually, just no. Let's not throw lambdas. Let's just do a quick little function. Def partial, and partial takes a owner. This won't actually do what I want it to do. Never mind. Yeah, well, I think it might. Let's try it. Return action dot attack action owner and self. Then turn partial. Let's try that. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just revert this change because it's really goofing up how the whole action system actually works. Let me think more about it than just throwing some stuff at it. The last thing I did was the animation, so let's just do a get reset head hard. Cool. Yeah, let me. I need to think more about how canceling out chains of actions will work. Maybe I should just implement a fail method on the action that will go ahead and handle cleaning up all of its siblings. I'm not sure. Let me ponder that one. And in the meantime, I will just let this. We can play until because basically the stream is over, but I'll let people play. Yeah. Hey, Gmon XYZ. Thanks for joining my stream. I appreciate that. I'm just going to go ahead and draw a sweet dungeon for everybody to enjoy. Again, procedural generation is on the menu, just not being served right now. And I will just let this run for as long as people want to play. So yesterday we played for even a little while after the stream. So we should have the hit indicators, which is a nice little quality of life improvement. Um, oh no, what's happening? Okay, let me join in on the fun. There we go. All right, folks. I'll go ahead and just flip this over to game mode. But I just wanted to say thank you for hanging out with me today while I worked on my stream. Definitely have some stuff to think about. I think over the weekend I'm going to try to look at some procedural dungeon generation techniques, and hopefully next week we can actually get this whole thing going. I think I'm Joshua. I do this little lunch break stream every weekday at noon. I work on my full-time thing every day, but I stream it on Sundays. So if you're interested in how Delver is made, that's mostly pixel art, 3D art, level design, all that good stuff. You can join me on Sundays at noon for that stream. I'm an affiliate, so if you want to subscribe to me, you can do that. Right now, subscribers get, let me think, the last Friday of every month, I will do stuff they tell me to do for 8 hours. It'll be interesting. And I also have a little custom, I guess, chat bot that I wrote, or yeah, like a little bot that I wrote so subscribers can define commands and use them. I think that's it. So again, we'll just let this play, and you folks have a good weekend. I'll see you either Sunday or Monday. Also, I want to thank my subscriber. I have one subscriber right now, and he means the world to me. His name is Gavin. He goes by Fifth Elephant, and I appreciate the support. It is awesome. Bye. All right, I'm coming back because I see my see Jonathan join chat, so I just wanted to pop in and give some context real quick here. Yeah, this is my little lunch break project. It is something that I work on every lunch break throughout the week, and it is a little Twitch multiplayer roguelike, which is interesting. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, feel free to give it a whirl if you want, Eld. Uh, Jonathan, no big deal. Again, I'm just going to go back into game mode until folks are done playing. But thanks for popping by. Sorry the timing was bad. Hey folks, I'm back last time. I'm gonna have to call it because this is on my work machine and I need to get back to work. My lunch hour has gone on 30 minutes longer than usual. I really appreciate people's interest in this project. It really means the world to me. Have a good rest of your day and I will see you soon. Bye.